Hey guys, I'm John Quagmire. This is the first episode of my new series, My Top 5. Well, you're probably wondering what my top 5 is. So every week, probably on Mondays, I'm going to be releasing a new top 5 movies, some kind of category, maybe TV show, episode, something. So anyway, I figured let's start it off by asking Michael what to do. So he said, John, you should do superhero movies. So I figured, okay, let me do superhero movies. So, this is the top 5 best superhero movies. Next week, you'll see the top 5 worst superhero movies. I'm going to start with an easy one. Number 5. Number 5 top movie I've chosen is Superman, 1978. Now, I haven't seen some of these movies that I've picked for all these categories, so I haven't seen Superman, but from what I've heard, the effects for that era are really good, the acting choice is really good, Superman looks pretty good, I guess, and, I don't know, I just read online good reviews, good for its time. Just reading about this has got me really excited for the release of Man of Steel next year. So, next, number 4. Number 4 I've chosen, and you're gonna say, John, that isn't a superhero movie. Yeah, it is. So I've chosen The Incredibles. And, of course, it's Pixar, it's not live action, but it's talking about superheroes. Now, I thought this was a good superhero movie because it really makes you wonder, what would happen if a superhero had to stop being a superhero? Well, yeah, he'd just be a regular person and everything, probably raise a family. Well, that's what happens in this movie, and that's why I thought it was a good choice. So, some of the voices are just great, some of the plot points, things like, Mr. Incredible getting too fat for his suit, things like that, just really funny. So, it's a good mix between comedy and action. And number 3 is The Avengers, just came out this year. So, in The Avengers, I found it was really good that it's not just the movie itself. I mean, the plot points that were great, and some of the action was really good. Well, despite that, 20-minute, 25-minute thing in the middle where it's just Iron Man fixing a propeller. Well, I thought it was really good, just kind of the build-up to this from all of the Marvel movies over the past few years. I mean, since 2008, since the first Marvel movie, Iron Man and Incredible Hulk, it's been building up to this movie. Like, Nick Fury, he's been in, how many? 6 Marvel movies now? 7 Marvel movies or something? And it's just incredible that this was a build-up to it. I thought it was an okay movie. I mean, it could have been better, but I still think it's definitely in my top 3, which you can see. And number 2, Spider-Man. A lot of you are going to be saying, you mean Spider-Man 2012, John? No, I mean Spider-Man 2004. Spider-Man 2004, I grew up watching that. I think that Tobey Maguire was a good choice, and he really was just kind of that Spider-Man scientist nerd type of person. So, whereas they've got, Andrew Garfield going around as this kind of bad boy punk type of guy in 2012 Amazing Spider-Man, I think that they could have just continued the original trilogy without Sam Raimi, but hey, why not reboot the whole franchise, guys? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, it hits as number 2, and now for number 1. And that's a really easy one, and a lot of you will probably agree with me, but if you don't, then just tell me in the comments below. So, my number 1 is The Dark Knight, 2008. Not Dark Knight Rises, that came out this year. John, you mean Dark Knight Rises? No, I mean The Dark Knight from 2008, which is its prequel. I thought that the acting direction with Heath Ledger, as everybody says on the internet, was phenomenal, and that I don't think anybody else really could hit those Joker moments like he could, and he was incredible in that role. I also think that some of the plot points continuing from Batman Begins and leading into The Dark Knight Rises were just great, and it was just all together as a whole. It mixed good action, it mixed plot, it mixed, just kind of those suspenseful but kind of, interesting moments, so those are my top 5 superhero movies. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below, and next week you'll see top 5 worst superhero movies, and I think you can already figure some of those out.